inside. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Get peace of mind knowing what's coming next when you're listening. Turn off shuffle to tune into playlists and albums from start to finish, all while enjoying uninterrupted music listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you doing today?
With Spotify Premium.
So today's stream is going to be a bit different because today we actually have our first sponsored stream. And today we are actually sponsored by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ale Hash. Ale, how are you doing, brother? Ale? Bro, you can speak. Okay. And also today I'm joined by with one of my good friends, Mahad over here. Mahad, how are you doing today? Am I not?
अस्सलामुअलैकुम ब्रो आपने पहले मुझे तो नहीं बोला था
Bro, you have to speak.
oh bro I thought that we were supposed to be silent because I didn't want to interrupt your stream so I was like let's
No
just
worries,
have
bro.
Hassan have the command but yeah man very excited for the stream looking forward to watching it completely inshallah if I don't sleep halfway through it
Good to know, brother. Good to know. So, guys, let me tell you about Ale. Ale actually made a startup over here on Discord, which is basically a huge community of freelancers and also people who just want to gain knowledge regarding digital marketing and how to scale up your business. So, if that interests you, the link is over here pinned on YouTube as well as on Instagram as well. So, if you guys want to jump in, say hi, or if you need any sort of help, just hop on over to the Discord. But with that out of the way, I actually wanted to talk with all of you before I start the stream today. I've been noticing one thing. The previous streams that we have been doing were pretty good, but yet again, those were those sort of streams where we were just limited to kitchen. And for the popcorn machine that we're gonna be making today, I'm gonna be going to a carnival, and I'm not going alone. All of you are coming with me as well. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna be starting the stream. But one quick heads up. Today I'm actually not gonna be modeling the popcorn machine because we're gonna be focusing on making the whole design for the set as well as lighting it. So I don't want this stream to go more than like 2 hours. This is the reason I'm gonna be downloading the model. So let's begin. For the Discord people over here, I'm actually gonna be stopping my camera and sharing my screen over here so you guys can have the most premium experience possible. And for the YouTube and the Instagram people, I'll just switch my screen. So let's begin. So first of all, we need a model. We'll just go to Edge, and we're gonna be going to GrabCAD. So, Ale, bro,
0.
until I find the 3D model, could you tell the people about your community?
Of course, bro, of course. All right, guys. So mainly the community that I've built is for basically freelancers who have experience, and also for people who are aspiring to be freelancers. So let's say you want to start out as a freelancer, but you need help, you need guidance, but there's no one to ask. There's no one around you in your family, in your friends, who could like properly guide you. So for that, you can simply join our community, our Discord server. And over here you can ask professionals who have done what you want to do in the fields that you want to, like become something in, and you will get really good guidance for absolutely free. So it's like an ecosystem where you can come in as a complete beginner, and then by the time you're like after like 3-4 months, you'll have answers to all of your questions. So essentially you are going to be able to learn everything that you need to know from this particular Discord group. So that's essentially what this community is all about.
Well, that was an amazing intro, brother. And I think I might have
Thank you
found the
very
model
much.
that we're gonna be using. So I think I might use this one. Obviously, I'll have to do the texturing again, but hey, I mean, this is a really good start for us. So yeah, I'll just quickly download this model. GLTF. Start download. Okay, I get it. I need to update you. So, people on Instagram and YouTube, do you guys have any questions for us? Okay, on YouTube, I got a message from Tutorials by Jerry and Mary. Super excited. Hey, good to know. Good to know. So, I think that's downloaded. Let me just confirm. Open. Yep. I'll just quickly extract it. Live. And popcorn. And I'll just paste it over here. Minimize it and close this. Now we're gonna be firing up Octane Server Prime. So for those people who are watching my stream for the first time, I actually use a different version of Blender, not the one that you can get on blender.org. This is actually a special version which has the Octane Render engine built into it. Not a lot of people actually know about this, but hey, if you guys want like the industry standard quality, you guys need to get on to Blender Octane. So now with that out of the way, I'll open up Blender Octane. Give it a sec. Yep. I'll select everything and delete, and I'll go to File, Import, GLTF, Live Popcorn, and here it is. So let me just see if it's the correct scale or not. For that, I'm gonna be adding in a human 3D model over here. Okay, this is the correct size. So I don't need the bench over here, so I'll grab the bench and delete vertices. Hello. Okay, with that out of the way, let's start working on our card over here. So let me just make a ground over here before we do anything. I'll switch this to Octane. I'll split my screen for a second and go to Octane kernel, quick node tree, delete, Shift A, path tracing kernel, and I'll connect this one over here. Pretty good. Now let's start working on the textures. I'll go to shader editor. Okay, this has to be the glass. Let's just see. Yep, this is the glass. So I'll just delete this, Shift A, specular material, and as for the card, what is, let me just try to convert it if it works. Converter. Okay, that worked. What about the wheels? Convert. Okay, we got that converted. Let's just hide it. And for the popcorn, I'll convert that as well. Okay, let's start making the carnival now. For the floor over here, I'm gonna be adding in a new material, and I'll go to bridge to get the mega scans that we need to make this. So now what I'm gonna be doing is searching for floor. Okay, I need a mudded floor. Yeah, something like this. Now we'll just download it and put it on. So let's just give it a second to download. Until then, I'll just take a sip of water. So guys, if you want like one-on-one interaction with me, you can just head on over to the pinned link over here, which will actually take you to the Digital Mavericks Discord server, and let's have a chat over here. Let's see what you guys are up to. But with that out of the way, we downloaded our model. I mean, our texture. So I'll just export this. Alrighty. So I'll just plug that in and I'll just convert it as expected. Okay. Oh, it's in specular, that's why. I'll turn off the coding over here. 2.2. Yep. I'll just duplicate this. Open. Roughness. And I'll put this into the roughness. Duplicate. Open. AO. Multiply texture. Texture 1. Texture 2. And I'll plug it in over here. Duplicate. This one will go into our normals. And for the displacement, it's gonna be texture displacement. Duplicate again. Open. And displacement. I'll just plug this in. Now we're gonna be adding in UV transform. And I'll plug this into all of these. Alrighty, now let's add the displacement. So it should be Gaussian. Perfect. Now what we're going to be doing is adding our camera before we start designing the set. Because the best thing about 3D is when you guys are actually making the set, it's not important like you have to cover every single aspect of it. You just need to make the things that are actually visible in the camera over here. So let's just fix our camera over here. The resolution that we're going to be using is 1920 by 810 just for that cinematic wide ratio. And for our camera, this is going to be a 25mm lens. So I'll just place it somewhere around over here. Something like this. So yeah, that's about it. Now what we're going to be doing is covering up the background over here. But before we do that, I'm going to be going into world. And I'll split this in half. Go to my 3D viewport. Camera. Okay, and viewport display. And I'll hide everything else. So this is basically going to be our view monitor. So if I come over here to world, I'm gonna be deleting everything and I'll be adding in texture environment, and I'll plug this in and I'll add in RGB image and I'll plug that in. So now in over here, I'm gonna be placing this HDRI. I'll decrease the power a bit more. Now in UV transform, that looks pretty good, but I more so want to cover up the sky with this one. Mm. So yeah, now let's put something in the background. So we're gonna be adding in a tent over here. Carnival. Hmm. Tent. Alrighty, I guess I'll have to make it myself. So, since this is gonna be blurred out, it doesn't need to be super accurate. So I'll just scale it up and go GY, GX, and now we're gonna be taking the top part, inset, and not extrude, inset, GZ. I'll scale it even down, take this and just scale it over here. I'll just scale it even down. So guys, if you have any sort of questions, you're free to ask. Good luck on the stream. Hey, thanks Nanite. Really appreciate it, bro. Okay, so let's go to our object now. Shade smooth, new. And I'll be adding in gradient map. Here it is. And gradient generator. Here it is. So input values. I didn't even save the file. Okay, we were basically working on the edge over here. AJ, how's it going? Long time, brother. UV transform. And let's just have a look at this. Okay, this is something sort of similar to what we want. Okay. Okay, so we'll make this red and this one white. Now as we can see, we're getting a smooth fall off, which we don't want. So let's just try to fix that. So I'll decrease the whites a bit, somewhere around there. Same goes for the reds. I'll decrease it a bit. Saved. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making the cloth texture over here for this one. So cinema 4D noise, use 4D noise, absolute projection should be object space. And now we'll come over here to the 3D transform and scale it down as much as we can. Now we'll just plug this back, and this one will actually go into our bump. Now what I'm going to be doing is controlling the roughness, something like that. And as for this one, okay. Okay. So now I think we might have to. And Blender decided to crash on me. Ah, what a day. My apologies, guys. But hey, since we already have autosave, I hope this works. Autosave. Yep, it's working perfectly. Spiral, and everything should be at 1. Now I'm gonna be moving it a bit. Okay, we got that right. Now, if I go over to my world and decrease the power even more. Yep, that looks good. Because now we're gonna be lighting it up with our lights over here. So I'm gonna be adding in a sphere light over here. And I'll go to shader editor, objects. So instead of this one, I'm gonna be going to, where is it, mission? Here it is. So it's gonna be black body emission, and this is gonna be 2700 Kelvin, and I'm gonna be pulling the opacity to 0%. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be lighting that up. Now we're gonna be adding in another light over here. Octane area light, control number pad 0. And I'll go back to the camera and I'll start to light this up. So I'll put the cursor over here and move it to 3D cursor. I'll hide it from over here. Okay, I think that's not working. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding in more lights, area light. So I'll just delete this, and if I go to emission and black body emission,
Like you, be strong to
2700.
powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Let me just check one thing. Why does this look weird? Oh, I didn't even turn on ACES yet. That's why. My apologies, guys. I was like, dude, what?
Was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed. Life destroyed.
Okay, I'll make a duplicate of this
Until I walk away.
and put this over here as well.
I shout, the ground shakes.
Okay, we got a really good rim light going around. Now we need to add in another one.
Can I be your superhero? Superhero.
You know what? I think I might even change the lens for this as well. So 108. That was actually better. Okay, out of focus.
It's the first time of today.
Nice.
You are the strength, you're all I need.
Now I'm gonna be putting in an empty over here. Where is the empty? Here it is. So I'll grab this, go to my camera, select empty. And for this one, I'm actually gonna be doing array 3.
Music is personal.
Mm.
Have the power to set the
Okay,
tone
so
from start to
we
stop
are
with
getting
one
somewhere with
melody.
this one, but yet again,
Listen to
it's
all
still
your
a bit
favorite
too empty.
playlists and albums in any order. And
So
don't
what we're gonna be
forget
doing
to
now
play offline.
is
All
we're gonna
with
be
no
putting
ads.
stalls over here.
Just uninterrupted music listening. Tap the banner to learn more.
Or you know what? We could do one more thing as well. We can go to pexels.com and search for Carnival. Okay, we could probably use this image. I like this one as well. But I'm more so looking for a creepy vibe. Let's see if we have like another photo of this one. Nope. Okay, I think that's about it. So we're gonna be using the images that we just downloaded. So I'll add a plane over here. Go GUI. And instead of the 3D cursor, it should be bounce. I'll add a new texture over here and go to my emission, texture emission, and all the way up. Now we're gonna be adding in our RGB image. We'll go to open. I'll go to my downloads, and I'm gonna be using this image over here. Okay, that didn't work. So what we could do is add in a diffuse material, and I'll plug this into, where is emission? Here it is. Okay, that's the reason. So I'll plug this in. And I'll plug this over here. And let's see through our camera. I'll select this.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night.
So
Just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it.
color correction. So it's actually gonna be so let's see if that worked. Pretty much it got the thing that I needed. Let's save it. and go GUI. And as for the warm look, let's first of all try one thing. What if I add a 85 lens over here? Nope. What about a 50 lens? Hmm. You know what? Let's find some good tents online because I don't want to ruin this concept and this will actually help us out a lot. Carnival. Tent. Okay, I think I can use this. So let's just download it. So we'll have to remove this guy over here. So let's just wait for that to download. Now I'll grab this and go to tent and I'll extract this. Boom. So now file, import gltf tent. So I'll just delete all of this and yep, here it is. Let's just enable it and see it. So let's see our materials over here. Yep, we'll have to convert them. Convert. So I'll just put it over here, select this, and go to 3D cursor. So let me just find a good position for this. So what I'm gonna be doing now is adding a curve over here. Circle. Scaling it up. And I'm gonna be adding in a UV sphere. And I'll add in an array modifier plus curve. Okay. Hit to curve. Okay, we got that right. Okay, so instead of fit curve, so I'll just put this over here and I'll add a new texture for this. And Shift A, diffuse material and emission, black body emission. Now this is gonna be 2700. Instead of 100 it should be like 500. I'll increase the exposure a bit. Okay, what if I delete that and just add in a light over here? Opacity should be 0. I'll just, oh, my bad. What? Oh shit. I'll just delete this and go to emission and black body emission. I'll just save it. And now I'm gonna be bumping up the texture. And as for the Kelvins, 2700. Now we'll go to our world over here. And we got our fill light over here as well. So let's just select this object over here.
I know we grew up a little too fast. I miss the days that we chill and relax. Where did the time go? It all passed. Now I need to go back. I had no worries, but always had plans. The only thing I did was take out the trash. Now it's much harder to laugh. Hard to get up and then work on my craft. Yeah. I need inspiration. Don't need no validation. No more medication. Just try some meditating. I don't need you to save me. Feel like all of you hate me. Everything's been so hard with all the situations lately. I just need to numb the pain for a minute.
Parent,
I just wanna
keep
run
object.
away on vacation. I don't know what else to say now. I just need to numb the pain.
25. I'll take this array and another array, but this one is actually gonna be 3, 4, 4 GX.
Maybe I've lost, still putting up a fight because I love my mom, I love my family. When I was young, they would all look after me. I don't know why, but I feel like a burden. I spend my life overthinking my purpose. I can't really cry, I'm so used to the hurt. Trauma keeps flipping me at the wrong moment. I just wanna numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what else to say now. I just need to numb the pain.
Let's just save it. So 3D cursor. And for the background, I think I might re-import that image, because for this angle this might work. So mesh plane. So let's just go to object,
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that
okay, so the power should be at 10.
I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out.
So I'll just put it back to 3D cursor for a second. Okay, we got that one.
Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights.
Okay, it's triangulated.
The lies, gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh.
Okay,
I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh.
so now coming over here, if I go to this part, with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are starting to get somewhere. Let me just see one thing. Yep. So on specular, I'll turn that off. So let me just go back to the camera. And decrease it a bit. Now we're going to be going into our post process and overdrive. I'll slowly start to increase the bloom over here. Same goes for glare.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my
Bounce.
eyes on the target. No, no.
Now I'll go back into the world.
Till the battle's won, till kingdom come.
Alrighty. Pretty cursor.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your
Okay, we just have like one small problem over here. Let's just quickly fix that.
they'll be calling me royalty.
Hello? Where did you go? Dude. Octane light. Sphere light. Oh, there it is.
They say I'm dangerous 'cause I broke all their cages. No, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn.
Object.
Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn.
10, 5, 1. Yep.
Till the battle's won, till kingdom come.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are done. So let's just quickly render it out. I'll enable denoise and go to my compositor over here. Use nodes, and I'll go to passes, denoise, beauty. So let's just render this out. Boom. But are we done with like everything? No, we are not, because we're gonna be taking this into Photoshop and we're gonna be compositing it as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that as well. So yeah, boys, on Discord, what do you guys say? How does this render look? Just type it in the chat.
Suck me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go.
Hey, thanks, man.
Lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind.
Okay, let's render out the second angle now.
Just to know what you knew Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start.
So let's take this one out now. Boom, rendered out. Now time for the third one. So I'll just duplicate this again.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
Okay, so let's try one thing.
I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams.
Okay, 3D cursor.
My heart
Okay, let's go into the camera
like an ocean
and change our focus point.
I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality.
Okay.
Music is personal. Have the power to set the tone from start to stop with Spotify Premium. Listen to all your favorite playlists and albums in any order. and download any track to play offline,
1.8.
all with no ad breaks. Just uninterrupted music listening. Tap the banner to learn more.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you
Okay, let's change the lens for this one. 108, 50. Okay, we are sort of getting the vibe that I was looking for. Let me reduce down a bit. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are done with our third render for the day as well. So before I do that, let me just confirm one thing. Yep. Because I didn't want it to get overridden.
Speeding up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why
So yeah, we are done. So let me just save these images.
feeling?
1, save, 2, 3, and save. So now I'll just close Blender over here, and I'll go to Photoshop, and now the real magic begins. So I'll go to new 72 8-bit. Okay, go to file, open popcorn. You know what, instead of this way, so yeah, let's start with this one. Control Shift A. We're gonna be going into our camera raw filter over here. I'll go into basic, increase the clarity a bit. I'll I'll be adding in the texture, decreasing it a bit. Warm. And in details, I'll add in a bit of noise reduction plus a bit of sharpness. Then I'll go to effects, I'll add some green. Then I'll go to optics and I'll add my vignette. So yeah, I'll just paste it to the other ones as well. Okay, now what I'm gonna be doing is adding in a color lookup table. Okay, that looks good. I'll just add in the curves over here just to modify this one. Alrighty, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are done with today's render and today's stream. So, boys in the Discord, what do you guys say? How does this render look? Alrighty then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you guys liked today's stream and I hope you learned something new. And as for tomorrow is actually going to be the grand finale. We're going to go a bit royal tomorrow, so stay tuned for that as well. But hey, also a special shout out and thanks to Digital Mavericks for sponsoring the stream. And I hope if you guys want to learn more about freelancing, or if you guys are willing to find a community where you can find one of the best freelancers to hire, I mean, you already have it now. But hey, with that out of the way, I'm gonna be leaving for today. But tomorrow I'm gonna be seeing you at the same place, same time. God bless you all and your families. See you later, guys. Bye bye.